Alright, we got Gale Force on defense once again. Boop. Go ahead and get rid of that music. I'll put on the in-game music once again once we get in here. This time I'm actually going to use the counter that ticks up as well because it's very handy. I need to get in the habit of using it. Ah yes, now we have the beautiful FPS. I was wondering because I streamed with these same exact settings last night and was not getting any frame lag, but yeah, having the Twitch stream open on source quality while you're also streaming it can be a bit of a resource drag. But up to Gale Force eSports now to try to put away Colorado Clutch. Clutch looked obviously very dominant in their round of 8 match against Amazing Raisins, but Gale Force eSports really trying to carve out a spot for themselves in the top 4 of NA. Didn't actually get top 4 in the most recent events last weekend. Josh OG and Onog being kind of the big deal tournaments, 25 grand and 15 grand events just last weekend. I can't wait for more huge events like that. I actually don't know of any really big events like that coming until Gamescom, which is in August. Qualifiers for that are going to be taking place this week, so definitely keep an eye out for the Atlantic, I believe it is called, qualifiers coming throughout the week. But here we are, game number 2 in this best of 3 series. Gale Force eSports already up 1-0. It's up to Clutch to try and make it happen here. I'm going to start my ticker up here so I have an accurate time. I'm actually off by about 6 seconds already, but anyway, moving forward, Reinhardt pin immediately. WGB gets the pin on JKW, but falls to the fire in the back of him as Hardblue and company easily able to dish out that much damage. WGB and Louis both down now for the attacking team, while the defense appears to be quite comfortable. Go ahead and watch Nicholas here as the defending Pharah to get us started. Just taking those free shots with the damage jam from Shake. Getting lots of damage in there. How about over 150 damage, I believe, actually, per rocket with that damage jam. Nice bounce there to get them off the point. WGB falls. Here comes the offensive res, bringing back a couple of members. Good move from Lumberjack, but he will fall very shortly to JKW right afterwards. Earthshatter comes out from WGB, catches a couple members, but WGB is so low, V-Drop actually saves him, but the barrage coming from Nicholas does the full damage to Reinhardt and Roadhog. Let's see, switch over to Joe Meister now, playing that Torbjorn. Very accurate shots, going to be able to start spamming armor. Can't pick up that scrap, so he drops some armor. There you go. Now just spamming it everywhere. Oh my god. Check out the top left of your screen now. Essentially every member of Gale Force eSports should have armor if they don't already. Nicholas and Shake just catching up from spawn now, but there's actually still even some scrap available for Joe Meister to pick up, so more armor will be available. But just doing the single fire rivet gun shots until a tank appears, then he's, close range shotgun does become more efficient. I know this top level Torb gameplay really gets you guys excited. Hammer the turret, shoot some rivets. Hammer the turret, shoot some rivets. Let's see, on the attacking team, we've got a barrage available, so let's go ahead and see if Louis is going to be able to get anything done on the attack. Already 2 minutes now of lead off the clock. Grabs that full heal just to stay up. Mercy already has her ult, so no ult building necessary. They're essentially just looking for this way in. Finally, Hardblue steps up a little too close, able to be repelled back. I see Torque TJO actually in the apartment there. Louis is going to jump immediately at him, try and get the kill. There's a Graviton Surge. Here comes the barrage into the Molten Core. Not your favorite target as a Pharah trying to get a barrage, but does shut down that 800 health turret. And the Torbjorn not going to be able to provide any more armor throughout this fight. Sound Barrier comes out on the side of the attacker, so the hook combo does not kill Louis. Looking for some other targets. Actually, it looks like the defense res came in, and Joe Meister is able to get back in very quickly. Shake already up to 40% on his Mercy res again. 50%, almost 55. Yeah, so Mercies, keep that in mind. Your ultimate comes back super fast. Alright. Alright, on the attacking side, still have just the offensive res, actually. No other ultimates available. I'm going to watch Ham Sword to get us started, though, as a hook combo from him could actually change the tide of battle very quickly, especially if it's on Torque, who is lighting them up right now with that Soldier ultimate. Torque actually combines with Harbor there for 3 kills. This 3-tank offense is actually not working out for Clutch too well against a high-powered kind of a defense with only 1 support, actually, with that Mercy.
You have my
Armor from Torb sort of functions, it's support-like. As you can tell, there's about, what, 325? No, let's see, 375 armor across the board right now. Harblue, as soon as more scrap is available, can go up as well. So that's a lot of health. That's actually, you know, 2.5 tracers worth of health added to the team. Louis is down immediately. Good targeting there from Nicholas. Does get hots for shots as well in the end. JKW helping out there. Here comes the defensive res, bringing Nicholas back into play. And offense has really no leg to stand on here. Lumberjack's already gone with that Mercy res. Only about 36 seconds left now. Lumberjack flies in for the res, does pick up all those tanks. Lots and lots of HP available. Graviton Surge and the Tac Visor coming out from Louis. Could be an opportunity for them to actually finally take A. Shake, Torque, and Nicholas all down. JKW, last man standing, catches 3 with the Earth Shatter, but Calvin with the Zarya bubble on him, able to stay alive. There's that first take. Here comes the second take, and Colorado Clutch finally making it happen. Very scary, the amount of time that it took. Obviously, it's basically the full 5 minutes. 4 minutes 55 seconds is the time to beat for Cap A. But yeah, they did it. They're able to progress now. 3 minutes added to the clock. We've got the defense already setting up. I see Harblue trying to be sneaky here with that Whole Hog ultimate available. So I'm just going to keep an eye on him and see what kind of sneaky tactics he's going to try and take. Will he wait? No, actually, he's just going to immediately get the hook headshot combo on Hots for Shots. That poor Lucio snatched up from his family and killed. Look at that hook accuracy. He just immediately lands and gets the hook again. This time not actually scoring the combo, but a third hook comes out. Combo not even needed as he pops his ultimate, just laying into that Reinhardt shield. Reinhardt without a shield is, again, just a very lonely, sad existence for him, as thankfully he had his teammates with him to help take out Harblue. Harblue maybe a bit ill-advised there, going in as hard as he did. Earthshatter and Beat Drop both coming out from the side of Clutch, and they're actually cruising through the streets now. Maybe they just needed Louis on Soldier this whole time. Torque ready to die. The fact that he is not with his teammates anymore. Actually, no, I don't think suiciding is the right move anyway there. If he had a chance to sprint, he was probably going to die anyway. So not sure I 100% agree with that, but at least he is respawning with his team. I just think the position the payload was in, maybe it's a different consideration. Harblue with the hook, but does not get the combo. Quick Zarya shield actually saves his life. Deadeye actually coming out. Haven't heard that sound in a while. McCree coming out on the side of Colorado Clutch. Calvin scoring 2 kills. Excellent stuff there, and they're actually going to get the next checkpoint as well. And it only took them about 6 minutes and 35 seconds, I'm going to say. 6:35 Cap B. But they cruised through that second section pretty quickly. 3 minutes, 14 seconds to go. Trying to move through this last position. McCree and Soldiers seem to be working out for them as their DPS. They're onto 2 support, 2 DPS, 2 tanks, where they were on that 3-tank offense to start out for Cap A. I can see Nicholas has Barrage available, so I'm going to swap over to him, as it looks like things are getting a little bit desperate. No, never mind. Defense actually hanging on pretty well now. There's that offensive res bringing back the tank. WGB back in play. Here's the Earth Shatter. Looks like it maybe only caught Harblue, but picking up Harblue and Torque now. Actually a good decision, but Valhalla being evoked. 2 more players will be resurrected. Mercy the Necromancer back in play. Hots for Shots. Taking a few direct damage rockets there before escaping. Let's switch back over to Calvin now, as he does have Deadeye once more. No, he's actually going to swap off the Deadeye? What are you going to do, Calvin? You got 2 minutes, 15 seconds. You going to waste the ultimate? Not even going to use it? Oh man, switching over to Widowmaker. I think I definitely would have tried to use that Deadeye and just ran back. As a Pharah basically instantly dies to a Deadeye. Unless they have that sound barrier. Alright, I'm going to actually switch to Nicholas again. Barrage still available here. Beat Drop coming for the offense, but Earthshatter Catches him very quickly. Hots for Shots getting back up. Barely got any benefit out of that. You can see Sound Barrier's already worn off. We've got Hots for Shots. Sorry, Louis actually on Soldier with that tack visor, trying to get some free shots past that Reinhardt shield, but Reinhardt doing a great job. JKW and Twerk combining for a number of kills there. Lumberjack getting the big res, but will it be enough without her to actually heal anybody? Calvin gets a snipe onto Farah. Biotic field down for Louis, trying to keep himself up while the healers are MIA. Reaper coming in though. Twerk TJO getting a lot of damage, especially with Harblue also popping his ultimate right now. The whole hog pointed at the Widowmaker. Captain Calvin crunch clutch. Harblue just a monstrous Roadhog player for Gale Force eSports. 1 minute left now to try and get things going here. For the offense, Calvin I'll be watching switched off of. So remember, Calvin switched off of McCree with Deadeye available onto Widow, got 1 kill on Farah, and now is back on Soldier. Louis has swapped off of Soldier back onto Reaper. Now that this Winston, Reinhardt, and Roadhog combination is here, it could actually be very effective. Just needs to make sure to keep his distance and not get hook comboed. There's the nice kill on JKW, picks up that soul as well. Earthshatter comes out, perfect timing for him to take advantage of that. Harblue goes down, Wraithwalk happens. Die should have come out there, but JKW and Winston killed him too fast. 20 seconds left. Louis still has Death Blossom potential, 87%. Just gonna keep spectating him here. Let's get the payload moving again, says Mercy as we run forward here. Beat drop on the side of the defense. Earthshatter comes out here from JKW on Gale Force. Harblue getting up in the face of Louis, prevents the Death Blossom, but now with the res, Death Blossom still available. Lets Mercy fly back up to him too. Very good skill there to have, keeping your healer alive. Needs to just gun after Mercy. She does get the res though. Little Reaper battle. Louis takes that easily with the offensive beat drop. Harblue in the back line looking for some hook combo action. Does get the kill on Louis, but Harblue knocked down again by Earthshatter. Lumberjack actually going to get the Mercy pistol kill. Payload's still moving in overtime. Are they going to be able to do it? Gale Force eSports has 3 members alive. Rushing back to the point. Reinhardt definitely can charge in here, so this is going to be a contest. Almost 100% positive here. If they don't actually get in there, I'm going to be very shocked. Oh my goodness, they actually did not get in there. A time got set. Wraithwalk could have happened. Reinhardt charge could have happened. That was a huge ball drop for Gale Force eSports, but Colorado Clutch will set a time here on Kings Row.
Play of the game.
Got to be that 5-man res.
Till Valhalla.
Oh wait, that was the previous game. Whoops. Alright, the time set is 10 minutes 44 seconds, essentially the longest you can possibly do. It was a long overtime stretch as well. 10 minutes 44 seconds will be the time to beat. Get my overlay swapped around here. Colorado Clutch will be defending. They currently have 0 points. Gale Force eSports will be attacking. They currently have 1 point. In this best of 3 series, and they have 10 minutes 44 seconds to try and beat that time. Okay, so on Kings Row defense now, we've got Louis on Reaper, Lumberjack again on Mercy, Hamsword again on the Roadhog, WGB again on Reinhardt. Calvin actually switching it up this time. They're going 3-tank defense. Calvin with the Zarya, was playing hit scan characters earlier. Hots for Shots on Lucio. On the attacking side, we're kind of just going to ignore the attacking side until they actually have the doors open, because they can change very frequently. It can be very annoying to try to predict what's happening until the doors open, because they just change constantly.
Get ready to move.
Arrow almost hit its mark. Alright, door's about to open. Gonna resume this timer in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And JKW out the gate now as the attacking Reinhardt. Don't really give Reinhardt too much love in the first-person spectator view, so let's keep it on him just for a little bit here, see how this opening engagement goes. Notice he's not keeping his shield up. He's just saying, hey teammates, get cover, so I still have a shield by the time we reach the point. Breaks down so incredibly fast in pro play that it's easier to not have it up and just avoid damage through terrain instead. Gale Force eSports moving up onto the point already. Zarya already capturing it. Torque TJO doing a good job there. WGB taking the fire strike through him. Here comes the pin. Hots for shots goes down. JKW will start just swinging away. Earthshatter already available. That's kind of crazy. In the first 40 seconds, Earthshatter is available. Shake trying to provide some healing for JKW. Does get the pin. Sorry, not the pin. The Earthshatter and kill onto Lumberjack. So glad I picked JKW to spectate first. He actually is going to survive this entire onslaught. 2 points already taken. Well over 9 minutes to go to push this payload the entire way. So Clutch has to put up a full defend here. Basically, if any time is set at all, Gale Force eSports will likely take the game and then take the series, move into the finals, which will be a best-of-5 series. Not sure how the other side of the bracket is going right now, but obviously we'll check that out between games. Defense setting up now again. Let's go ahead and take Calvin's POV on the defense. He's got Tac Visor available. Can be very easy to pick Pharah out of the sky with that situation. Joe Meister does not have a beat drop available. There is a Zarya to provide a shield for Pharah if they're quick enough. Actually, as the attackers, they appear to be driving the action right now, so I'm going to go ahead and take Nicholas and his barrage, see what he's able to do there. So far, just taking the free pot shots. Zarya lobbing bombs, Nicholas lobbing some rockets. Staying rooted to the ground, I should point out, not going airborne until ready to actually drop the bombs. Does get 1 kill, 2 kills. Hamsword and Hots for shots both down. Rez is not in yet. Lumberjack actually goes down before the Rez. So Gale Force eSports just cruising through here now. Here's even a Rez onto the offense to keep them back in play. They're going to easily hit the second checkpoint, it seems, with lots of time to spare. 8 minutes it's going to take Clutch to try and defend this last stretch. Actually, yeah, that's a lot of time. 7 minutes, 26 seconds actually on the clock, so really, they only have to defend for 7 minutes, 20 seconds, unless overtime gets evoked. Shake providing that damage jam to Nicholas, getting a lot of damage in against that enemy Reinhardt shield. Louis on Reaper now, curious to watch him with that Death Blossom available. Taking a couple of shots on the Pharah first, but hooked out of Death Blossom by a very aware Harblue. Harblue, again, just playing that disgusting Roadhog. Even gets a hook combo onto Zarya. Doesn't get the kill, of course, so she has way too much HP for that. But Harblue just staying alive, hooking whoever happens to come across him. Does not get the hook on the Reinhardt shield, obviously. But easily just, using that right click to shell a ton of damage into that shield. Eventually that shield's going to break and he's going to be able to hook combo anyone he wants to. Barely misses the hook on Louis there. I'm going to actually take Calvin's POV again, right as he pops the Tac Visor. No solid targets. JKW has his shield up, but who's that up on the high ground? Nicholas TJO catching the sound barrier, definitely not in any danger now. Nicholas actually has his ult once again, so I'm going to watch for that barrage as we near the very end here of payload on King's Row. Still 6.5 minutes, over 6.5 minutes available for Gale Force eSports to try and push this last 2 meters. Will they be able to coordinate their ults? Yes, it looks like they will. Beat drop happens, but the barrage just does so much damage, 2,500-ish with all the rockets considered. Die. Death Blossom from Louis. Looks like it did not actually score a kill. Joe Meister and Nicholas still combining for a lot of damage. Zarya needs to go down. I'm seeing a weird model down there. Did you guys see that? Hots for shots. His gun only was actually loading. So it was just a floating gun Lucio for a little while there. And the payload will move into the point. That's going to be a 2-0. And Gale Force eSports will move into the finals.
Play of the game.
Yep, just consistent, safe play there. Gets him the kills that he needs. Take a look at some of these